We're talking with Jerry Kraus, the Director of Public Relations, Marketing, and Development at the Swan Humane Society, which unfortunately is closed for a short time due to the canine parvovirus. How long are you closed for?
Well, we've decided as of yesterday, that would be the 16th, to close for 10 days as a precaution and to get things cleaned up here at the Swan Humane Society, where we are experiencing a case of parvovirus infection.
What is parvovirus, for those who don't know?
It's a infection that applies only to dogs, does not apply to humans or cats, cannot be transferred from dogs to people or from dogs to cats. It is very contagious between dogs and dogs and dogs. So, with that said, we're not taking any more dogs into the shelter as far as turn-ins. We will be taking the strays that are brought in by animal control officers. So the way that the parvovirus is spread is through fecal matter. We can take a dog in, for example, that looks outwardly healthy but is harboring the parvovirus. Now, the first line of defense against your dog contracting parvovirus is to make sure that they have all their vaccinations. It starts with puppies getting 3 individual separate shots spaced apart, and then there's booster shots for the adults. It sometimes is coupled up with the distemper shots, and when you're talking about parvo, it's separate from a rabies vaccination, so we want to just make that clear. It's a separate shot and a separate vaccination. The signs of parvovirus would be a very lethargic dog, just very tired, also diarrhea, throwing up, bloody diarrhea, and then things can get very serious very quick. So you need to, if you experience any of these symptoms with your dog, contact your veterinarian right away, and they'll have the course of action to take. So very important to make sure your animals, your dogs, are up to date on all of their shots, including the parvo vaccination and rabies vaccinations for that matter too.
Have you found that, typically when someone takes their animal to a vet, they say, give them all the shots, give them whatever they need, but the owner might not know exactly what the dog is getting. Is parvo vaccination standard, or do they have to specifically ask for it?
It's usually part of the standard shots that a veterinarian office will provide to a dog. Now, we provide rabies clinic shots here, only rabies vaccination. So the dog owners would have to, again, go visit their veterinarian to get the parvovirus vaccination and to make sure that their dogs and cats and all their family pets are checked out and have their medical checkups. Just as important as we as adults need our checkups, so do your family pets.
And someone who might be walking their dog at a park or just on the sidewalk, any precautions to take?
Well, certainly, this time of year we're seeing the parvovirus, and it's not just here. It seems to come around every year or two, and now we're hearing more and more about it throughout the whole area. So the cleanup campaign is what we're doing here, and what people should do at home is certainly wash all the infected areas from feces and from vomit, clean it up with detergent, and then bleach. Bleach is the killer of the germs and the parvovirus. So what we're doing here is a top to bottom, front to back cleaning of the shelter. And the way that some of this happens with us is, an animal can come into us as a turn-in or a stray, and they can look healthy, but they may be harboring that parvovirus. They didn't have their vaccinations, and lots of times we don't have histories on some of the dogs that come in stray or homeless and are turned in by animal control. So a dog can look healthy to us. We could give dogs shots as soon as they come in. The shot doesn't really kick in for a short term of a couple days, so that parvovirus could be spread here, and that's what we're experiencing. We had a case here. We moved the dog out to an area veterinarian for treatment. So just as a precaution, with all the animals that we have here and all the dogs that are susceptible to the parvovirus, we've now shut down for a few days. We'll be back open about the 25th or 26th of this month for more adoptions. But as of right now, we're taking the stance that better safe than sorry. So let's get the place all disinfected, cleaned up. We're bleaching everything to kill whatever might be left here from the parvovirus. But as you can tell from the work being done around here, we're going at this situation very seriously.
All right, thank you. Jerry Kraus, Director of Public Relations, Marketing, and Development at the Swan Humane Society.
Thanks.